Um, Sorry, long one here, but Talon, you've been here all 2 years that he's been here, and that he's put up some great numbers, but maybe the wins haven't correlated with the stats he's put up. How do you want him? How do you think he should be remembered as an Arkansas quarterback heading into senior day, and what's going to be his last chance here in Fayetteville?
Yeah, we came in together, obviously, and I had a big thing to do with recruiting him here. Um, we inherited an offense that wasn't real good, and I feel like he's done a really nice job of competing. He's been tough. He's been able to win games. At one time in his first year here, we were 4-2 and feeling good about it, and he ended up having a great game in the bowl game. This year, it's been a hard go. I think it's been a hard go when you have an offense that is explosive and able to score points, but not able to score as many as the other team. And that puts a lot of pressure on you. You start feeling the pressure and you tighten up, and I think that's where some of these errors and things have come is, when you feel like you have to score every single time you go out on the field, you don't just play as freely as you would, and I think that's been, some of the issues. Obviously, he needs to overcome that and take care of the ball. It's just been a thing about taking care of the ball more than anything else. Everything else, he's done a good job of playing, but he has been prone to turn the ball over. And, in games where you have to try to outscore the other team, it adds up.
Coach, I know you're focused on Missouri this week, but I'm curious, have you been notified one way or the other if you're still in the running for the full-time job? Or?
I have not, no.
And then I had another question, but I just lost it. Sorry.
It's okay.
I wanted to ask you about the Missouri run game. Why they're so tough in the run game?
Yeah, I mean, they believe in the wide zone, and they do run counter that complements it, and they do a great job with their offensive line. They have ever since Drink was at App State. That's been their gig. That's probably what helped him get that job, is their ability to run wide zone and scheme it up. The running back is real. Now, he's very, very powerful. He sees things. He makes cuts. And he breaks as many tackles as guys I've seen or that we've played. So and then they have another guy that's bigger and just as fast come in behind him. So the two of them complement each other very well.
Just thought of it. I know, regardless of who the next coach is, would you have any interest in being an offensive coordinator again, like you have been before? Or?
Yeah, it's things that I haven't thought about. So it's hard for me to say that right now.
How do you address turnovers with a game left? Is it an extra 30 minutes on circuit, extra 30 minutes in film each day? How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, you do it like you do every week. You got to tuck the ball away. We do it on during practice. We do it every time they touch the ball. That you have to chin the ball, lock it. You just continue to work at it. So I have been years where you make a huge emphasis and you seem to turn it over more. So you got to be a little bit careful on that too.
I guess who's a non-captain that's senior that's taken the message to heart of what you said a few days ago about just finishing practice correctly and stuff and finishing it out on a win?
I think we're about to find that out tomorrow when we get back out on the practice field. I did like the way they ran last night. I thought they did a good job reacting to not really finishing the game the way you should against Texas and everybody. And like I said, you say if the shoe fits, put it on, and not talking to everybody in the room, because there's a lot of guys in the room that put everything they had out on that field, and they're the ones that have to make the difference on their teammates, the guys that did put everything they had out on the field.
Perbula came back for Missouri, I think, over the weekend. You've played a few quarterback pairings this year. I guess what's the ratio of prep for kind of him and Zollers and weeks past?
Yeah, I think he'll be the quarterback. I think he played, came back from that injury. They believe in him. He did a good job early in the year when he was healthy, and he played well last week. Had a couple turnovers, but he did play well, and we feel like he'll be the one that will be their quarterback.
Used to be just seniors that walked on senior day, but at least here, I feel like maybe around 2016 or something, I started seeing like guys that had graduated early or guys that weren't coming back, you know, and stuff. Is there anybody like that on the team that maybe has eligibility?
There's gonna
left?
be like 30 of them out there walking, so that's a lot of guys. Some of them are obviously walk-ons that this will be their last fall. So I think that's how we kind of did it. Is anybody this will be their last go around. Not all of them are technically seniors eligibility wise, but school wise they've either graduated or are about to.
Is that something that changed like around the time period that I mentioned, or am I off on that?
No, I don't think you're off on it at all. It's changed, like the whole world of football has changed. I think, everybody's at different spots now. I'm not so sure there aren't some guys that didn't go through senior day last year at their school, a year ago, and then decided they were going to play again. But I think that's how it works out.
I've seen guys here walk twice.
I know, right? Yeah.
What it comes down to is turnover margin, maybe the one statistical thing that's just maybe been the biggest disappointment this season.
No question about it. As far as what we've been able to do with yards and points and third down conversions, you look at a lot of the statistics and we're doing a nice job, but turning the ball over is what has hurt us the most.
Noticed Kavion Broussard got in at right tackle late in the game. Just how did he do? And then was that more of just a performance thing with Marion, or did he deal with an injury?
He did not have an injury. Kavion came in, and I like the way he played. He's a great athlete. He's got a really good body. He's got a bright future ahead of him. I felt like all year long he was getting better and better in practice, and he played some at left tackle, and then he came in and switched over to right tackle, and I thought he did a nice job.
Any chance for Shaq this week?
Shaq will be out there tomorrow in individual, and we'll see how all that goes, and then hopefully progress him from there. Good question. All right, thanks, guys.